Welcome to episode 3 of Tide. I know we're all back from mid-autumn break, and I hope we're all feeling happy and rested. Well, not me. I'm feeling very mushy and cold, actually. And probably you're wondering,
why are you wearing that ketchup bottle?
yes, why am I wearing the ketchup bottle? Number one, I love ketchup. In fact, there's a joke, I put ketchup on my ketchup. Second of all, it's actually Booktober month, and in Booktober we have that wonderful competition called Food Read 2. Here's a picture of some examples that you might want to do when you're in Booktober. It's very easy to create at home. All you need is a book, a camera or a camera phone, a friend, and of course, a ketchup bottle, or any other food that you want to have. Okay, so to do that, you have your friend go behind the camera while you're reading a book, and what they do is they take the food, in my case, it's a ketchup bottle, they put the ketchup bottle in front of the camera, and then they take the picture so it looks like you can see your head, but you can see the ketchup bottle, looks like the ketchup bottle is reading the book. Or if you want to be a cookie, or a cupcake, or a piece of lettuce, or a piece of broccoli, those are good too. So I love this Booktober because it's really about one of my most favorite things in the world. No, not dogs. No, not Harbour School. Yes, about food, although I do like spending time with dogs at the Harbour School while eating food. But anyway, so everything that we have here during Booktober is all about books. We have cookbooks. You can be reading fairy tale books about food, comic books about food. Do you have to only read books about food? No, but that's just the fun theme that we have here for this Booktober. So here's a list of all the fun things we'll have happening to celebrate reading this October, thanks to our librarians. I hope that we get your cookbook recipe submissions and that you dress up for our Booktober parade, which takes place on Friday, October 28th. But that's not the only thing that's happening in Booktober. There's lots of other things too, so make sure that you pay attention during class when your teacher tells you about everything that's happening this Booktober. Because we learn something new from everybody every day, I thought it would be fun to have a section in Tide called Say What? And it's really a place where you can come and tell us about things that are very cool to you. So for our first Say What episode, we have a student named Sam, and he's going to tell us about a unique condition called PANDAS. Not the animals you see in Ocean Park, but that's going to be a little bit related. You'll see. All right, so say what, Sam? Hello everyone, so here I have a student with me. His name is Sam Chandler. Yeah. He's in our middle school, and he's here to talk to us about pandas, not necessarily the animal kind. So what is PANDAS?
So PANDAS is a autoimmune illness, and basically when you get a virus or something, your antibodies, which are in your bloodstream that fight the virus, they don't fight the virus themselves, but they instead fight the part of your brain called the basal ganglia, which is a part of your brain which controls emotions.
Okay.
And that makes me go through mood swings very often, and it makes me more prone to like aggravation and everything, like that.
So you have PANDAS. How old were you when you had it, and how'd you get it?
At the age of 7, I was in a traumatic event, and that basically kicked off my PANDAS. But I was born with it, but it has to be kicked off by a traumatic event, like I mentioned. Basically, I had it for 2 years until I was 9, and then at 9 I was diagnosed with it, and then I've had it for 4 years since then.
Okay, and you've been living with it, so
Yeah.
are there things that you really enjoy doing
Yeah.
or that you need to do when you're sort of getting upset?
Yeah, so there's sometimes when I get like stressed or like scared, something I like to do is I like to game, I like to bake, and I like to do Lego Technics, because sometimes I feel like I need to do something to like distract my mind, and that really helps because I'm more focusing on that thing that I'm doing rather than like whatever I'm worrying about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I've never heard of PANDAS except for the animal kind. So how can we show now that we're aware of it here at the school?
So please try your best on October 12th, this Wednesday, to dress in black and white for PANDAS, like the animal.
Okay.
And basically PANDAS Day was yesterday, October the 9th. but this is but basically you want please dress in black and white on Wednesday, October the 12th.
Okay, so if I have like a PANDAS onesie, I can wear that?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So here's some other ideas.
Yep.
And thank you so much, Sam.
Thank
That
you very
takes
much.
lots of courage.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. So if you have something new that you want to tell us, don't forget to email cgreenberg@ths.edu.hk so that you can be featured on Say What and you can tell us or teach us something new. So on the last day before the break, remember that we had speeches and election day? Well, you voted, and we have people who have been actually nominated to be our student council. So I'd like to welcome India Tomes, who is our president. Our vice president is Gino Lee. Our secretary is Ian Lee, and our treasurer is Justin Priest. Committee planner Isabella Brooks, and our primary representatives Saul Friedman and Jack Jang, and our middle school representatives Jack Smith and Zachary Eng. We're going to be working with these guys, and it's going to be a fun job, but they're going to need your help. So if you're not on the council, we still want you to be a part of the fun. Well, it's going to be very exciting for me and Miss Mirzak and Miss Kudlaka and Mr. King to work with our student council. And if you want to be part of the fun, you're welcome. We're going to actually start having on Fridays, 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. Come drop by my office if you have ideas on what you would like for us to tell the council. So you can just come drop by during your lunch and recess and stop by and say hi and give us some great ideas. Okay, and finally, I wanted to remind you that our learner goal for this month is being perceptive. And being perceptive is?
Being perceptive is about looking for small details and looking whoever's around you.
Okay, so I hope that you are being perceptive. Let's see who is actually being perceptive as a class and who can actually count how many times I changed my outfit, including the food outfits, how many times I changed my outfit in this episode. So you have 30 seconds to vote and let me know. Well, if you counted 8, then you are correct. And that wraps it up for our episode 3 of Tide. Remember, we'd love for you to be part of Say What, which is our new series, Learning from Each Other, and that could be teachers and students. And if you have any suggestions at all for Student Council, you're welcome to drop by on Fridays from 12:30 to 1:30 during your lunch or recess time, or you could just leave me a note. Okay, well, this episode was brought to you by the letter P, which stands for Perceptive and which stands for PANDAS. And actually, that brings me to my last game that I want to play as we're having the credits. The last game is a game called Alliteration, which is because it was brought to you by the letter P, I'm going to take a stab at it and then you can try for the next minute or so after we end this show. So, because it was brought up by the letter P, alliteration is about having lots of words in succession with that word. It doesn't have to entirely make sense. So I'm going to take a stab at it. I'm going to say Perceptive PANDAS partying prettily on Pluto while playing Pandemonium. So that's 7 letters. See if you can beat it for the letter P. Have a wonderful week.